Minister of Business, Mr. Dominic Gaskin, is encouraging the private sector to participate in Berbice Expo. Details in this Tasha Ramsaran report.
With the May 11th elections long over and the new government already settled into Parliament, citizens will now be looking forward for the new government to come through with the promises they made during the campaigning period. Honorable Minister of Business and Investment Dominic Gaskin, during his closing remarks at the launching of Berbice Expo 2015, reiterated that private sector investments such as the Expo provide vital revenue that will be used to fund projects and fulfill the promises made by his government.
Our government has made a number of promises to the people of Guyana, and a lot of them have to do with improving people's lives, improving our environment, better security, better education, better access to health care or affordable health care. And all those initiatives cost money. And the only way that we have the money to be able to fund government programs is from the private sector, from tax revenues generated by the private sector. And this government has recognized that. The message has sunk in, and that is why we have a Ministry of Business. The Ministry of Business is concerned with the well-being of the private sector in Guyana. We need your businesses to succeed. We need more investments to come into Guyana, and we need your investments here to be successful. We don't want businesses failing in Guyana. That doesn't do us any good as a country. It doesn't help our reputation. We need to attract foreign investors. In order to attract foreign investors, our local investors have to be doing well also. So this ministry was set up to ensure that the investment climate is improved, that we promote investments locally and abroad, and to ensure that our businesses have the best possible chances of success. And one of the main ways, or one of the most urgent things that we need to do, is to improve the country's business environment, the environment in which businesses in Guyana operate. Create that level playing field. I know the chairman mentioned the playing field, but he may have been mentioning physical playing fields, but there are other playing fields also that need some attention, and we want to ensure that there is that level playing field for businesses to operate, so that businesses can have the confidence that as investors, you invest in your business, you have just as good a chance as the man or woman next to you of success, because we're looking at transparency, fairness, equity, good governance in particular, as means of promoting confidence in our economy. Investors must understand that this is an economy in which their investments are welcome, and in which their investments will be safe and secure, and in which they will have a fair chance of making profits.
He also stated that the area of entrepreneurship in Guyana is very narrow and underutilized, and stressed the importance of improving this area.
I believe it was the president of the chamber who mentioned young entrepreneurs, and I want to say that that is something that is very important to our ministry. I believe Guyana lacks a culture of entrepreneurship. We don't have enough role models in that sector, and I think we need that new generation of entrepreneurs who can act as wholesome role models for the next generation of Guyanese. And one of the ways to help promote entrepreneurship, of course, is by giving them opportunities to showcase at events such as Berbice Expo. So This, like I said before, is an event that we are very interested in supporting.
The minister further went on to highlight his ministry's interest in the development of small and micro enterprises in Guyana.
I think there is just one other matter which may be of interest to you, which I think I would like to share. It is the small and micro enterprise development, the opportunities in that sector. Again, I'm not sure how much access you have in Berbice if to the information on what is happening on programs that may be in place to support the small business sector. But there is currently a program or a project that is funded by the LCDS, the Norwegian funds, that is targeted to the small and micro enterprise development. And there is also, in the Small Business Act, there is a particular clause which I don't think we have done enough to realize, and that is the clause that stipulates that 20% of all public contracts awarded must go to small businesses. And that is one of the things I would like to promote over the next 5 years. But more than promote, I would like to ensure that that becomes a reality, and that we have a program in place that prepares our small businesses to access that public spending pipeline, because there's a lot of money. Government is the biggest spender in our economy, and there's potentially $15 billion out there a year that can be accessed by small businesses if a proper program were put in place to actually give effect to that clause in our laws.
It is the hope of the minister that once the strategic plan for the ministry is developed, these, among other issues, will be addressed. Sasha Ramsaran reporting for Channel 8 News.